Hello and welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to another episode of TEW 2020 WWE here. The penultimate episode on the road to WrestleMania. Yeah, we got this week's episode, then we got another episode, and then WrestleMania at long last. My God, we're getting there. We're getting there. And yeah, a lot of the Tetris pieces have formed in a line on the road to WrestleMania, and now we're just filling out the rest of the board and finalising everything ready for WrestleMania to put that nice long eyepiece in and watch all the squares go away. Oh, that Tetris part, oh, love it. But yeah, a lot of good stuff, hopefully, going on. Yeah, we got the Dusty Cup finals this week, that's fun. Without further ado, let's just jump right into it, shall we? Kicking off things as always with an episode of Monday Night Raw, which gets underway with Adam Cole and Finn Balor. Nope. Adam Cole and Kevin Owens. Finn Balor was not. Adam Cole and Finn Balor was a lifetime ago at this point. Adam Cole and Kevin Owens, the Raw Tag Champs, getting into the ring. And these two have had enough. Okay, Finn, you want to whine and complain and moan and make your threats, then go right ahead. But when you want to go in this ring, when you want to get into the real business, we're here. We're here right now even, Finn, so why don't you get your Irish ass out here?
Folks, where's the lie?
And Finn's Irish ass doesn't come out, but the 24/7 champions, the co-parents, R-Truth and Bobby Fish do. They make their way onto the stage. Big smiles. R-Truth's got the 24/7 title in his arms. Nurturing father he is. And Owens is like, what the hell are you two jackasses doing out here? And R-Truth says, no, you don't get to call us jackasses, huh? Kevin Owens, Adam Cole, if you want to call out Bobby Fish and R-Truth, then you can do that, but we are always up for the fight. And Cole and Owens are very confused. They're like, we didn't call you out, R-Truth. And R-Truth's like, yeah, you did. You called out R and Fish to get their asses out here. And it's Cole very, very confused, like, no, we didn't. We called out Finn Balor. And R-Truth's like, no, you called out our Fish. And I was like, you idiot. We called out that Irish bastard. And I was just like, Irish? Not our Fish? My bad. My bad, guys. That's on me. That's on me. 100. Beautiful. 100. But you know what? They're out here. So let's have a match anyway. It's Cole and Owens taking on no lies, just truth. Bobby Fish and R-Truth. Truth and Fish. And Truth and Fish, give it a good go. You know, they put up a fight. They're both experienced superstars, you know. Bobby Fish has been around for hundreds of years. R-Truth's been going for a while as well. In the end, though, the Raw Tag Champs do come out. Next segment, the next segment button is always so come out on top for an 83. Good match. Owens pins R-Truth the pop-up powerbomb in the end. 95 Cole, 93 Owens, 62 Fish, 33 Truth. Happy with that. Cole and Owens especially did well here, which lovely. Raw Tag Champs on top. They get their arms raised. You know, Fish helping Truth out the ring, getting their baby, the 24/7 title. When onto the stage walks Finn Balor. You know, Finn Balor walks onto the stage, glaring down at the ring. Cole and Owens in the ring, Raw Tag titles in hands. Tell Balor to come on then, to come down here and to take this fight, take this beating like a man. They don't want none. No, they don't want none. They looking scared, no, they don't But Finn Balor obviously did not come alone, as out walks to his side AJ Styles. And Balor and Styles look at each other, nod, and then they charge down to the ring. Big brawl breaks out. Balor brawling with Owens, Styles brawling with Cole. Balor and Styles get the upper hand, dumping Cole and Owens both out of the ring here. Cole and Owens on the outside, nursing themselves, not looking happy at all, surprised, angry. Balor and Styles in the ring. Obviously, we got Balor and Styles in the ring. We have to. They hit the too sweet. Because that's just heritage, isn't it? 100. Very good. Very good. Finn Balor has found himself some aid in his quest. Last week he said he was going to get those Raw Tag Titles back from Cole and Owens. And he has seemingly found the man he's going to do it with. 100. Lovely. We're going to go backstage to Kathy Kelly here, interviewing Becky Lynch. Kathy asked her about last week, attacking Paige, costing her the Dusty Rose Tag Classic. And Becky says, I didn't cost Paige nothing. Whether I came out there or not, Paige's fragile, broken ass wasn't winning that match and wasn't winning the Dusty Cup. No. I didn't do that to cost her the match, Kathy. I just did it for the hell of it. I did it because it looked fun. And I promise you, it really, really was fun. Beating Paige's ass is always fun. Interrupted by Natalya. I know, you're all cheering the boats here. Natalya not so happy, You did cost us. You didn't just cost Paige, it cost me as well. And, me and Paige bonded a bit in this Dusty Cup process. And so, you know what, Becky? I've had enough of you, honestly. As well, I've just had enough of you. For a 100. We're going to do this next week. The dream match, I know. I can't believe we're not saving this for Mania itself. Becky Lynch, Natalya, next week. 100. Lovely. Let's go to the ring. To Kyle O'Reilly. Kyle O'Reilly in the ring. And Kyle O'Reilly's pumped up. Kyle O'Reilly says that these past few weeks, fighting all these superstars, it's got him amped up. And now he's ready. He is ready for WrestleMania. He's ready for next week, though, first of all. Next week, when he's going to sit across the ring, across a table from Triple H. He's going to get to look that snake, that weasel in the eyes. He's going to get to tell him to his face exactly what he's going to do to him at WrestleMania. And then only, 5-6 days after that, he's going to get to go to WrestleMania. And he's going to get to put Triple H away for good himself. But for tonight, I'm ready for a fight. And you know what? These past few weeks I've been going around challenging people, so I thought I'd just throw the gauntlet down right now. Anyone who wants a shot at Kyle O'Reilly, come and take it. Out comes Drew McIntyre. Drew McIntyre, the sexy, sexy Scotsman, makes his way down to the ring. And Drew, he's been looking for that fight with Gunther. If Gunther's not going to give him a fight, he wants a fight. Kyle O'Reilly's a pretty good man to fight with. 100, very good. Kyle O'Reilly, Drew McIntyre. It's a very stiff, hard-hitting match, as you'd expect, between these two killers. Battling it out, going at it, slugging it out, lots of hard hits, lots of hard kicks. In the end, though, it is Imperium who make an appearance. Ludwig Kaiser and Giovanni Vinci get involved, attacking Drew McIntyre, beating him down. O'Reilly going to Drew's aid and getting attacked for it as well. For an 84, pretty good match, honestly, with the sports entertainment finish. 95 Kyle, 77 Drew, both doing all right. Suffered because of not enough selling shown. It was really stiff. You still just beating the hell out of each other. No one's selling. We're just punching. But yeah, Imperium attacking Ludwig and Giovanni. Drew back to his feet, though, helping Kyle out. Kyle back to his feet, getting into it. Leading to a tag match next. Drew McIntyre, Kyle O'Reilly. They just had their match. Now they're going to be partners, taking on Imperium here. And they're going to go at it. And in the end, it's going to be... The Undertaker's got some news. Drew McIntyre debuted a new high spot that popped the crowd. His psychology will be helped. That's great. Leave in your comments down below. What's Drew McIntyre doing from the top rope that popped the crowd? My immediate thought is, oh god, I can't. His name is eluding me. The Brock Lesnar move, you know. But what is Drew McIntyre doing from the top rope? Leave in the comments down below. Let me know what Drew's up to. But I'll tell you one thing he's up to, and that is beating Imperium with Kyle O'Reilly. Kyle getting Giovanni into the guillotine choke. Ludwig into the ring to go and try and break up the hold, but Drew McIntyre cuts him off with a Claymore kick, or whatever this very impressive move from the top rope is, stopping him, and in the end Giovanni no choice but to tap out for an 89. Incredible match here between these four. 95 Kyle, 83 Drew, 77 Giovanni, 71 Ludwig. Very happy with that. As, yeah, Drew McIntyre benefited from having a hot new move. He hit it. He hit whatever it is. Let me know what it is, guys. Yeah. Oh my god. Jesus Christ. As Drew McIntyre and Kyle O'Reilly to come out on top and get their arms raised here. You know, arms raised, but not too happy for too long. You know, Drew and Kyle give each other the nods of respect. You know what? We've earned each other's respect. We're nodding up and not down. We're exposing the neck. We trust each other a little bit here at the very least. When onto the stage walks the European champion, Gunther. Mic in hand. And he says he's had enough of this. Drew McIntyre. I don't know what accent I'm going with Gunther there. Drew McIntyre. If you want to get into Imperium's business, then I will not allow it anymore. If you want your match for the European Championship with the Ring General, Gunther, at WrestleMania, you can have it. For 90, which is alright, yeah. WrestleMania, European title, it will be Drew McIntyre and Gunther, the Ring General. Banger, hopefully, fingers crossed. It was a banger with Sheamus in there, IRL. Hopefully you take out a Sheamus and you still get a banger. Fingers crossed. Yeah, let's go backstage. Let's go backstage to Kathy Kelly here. And Kathy Kelly is here with a new face on Monday Night Raw, Brooks Jensen. And Brooks Jensen's very happy to be here. You know, he worked real hard for this. You know, lots of training. You know, his family's proud of him. He's proud of himself. He's happy to be here on Monday Night Raw. Like, have you asked him what his plans are? But doesn't have time to answer though, because he's interrupted by Angel Garza. What do we have here? Angel Garza welcoming Brooks Jensen to Raw. Very personal, Angel Garza. Very smiley. You know, lovely to see you here. He says he overheard them talking. Kathy Kelly asking him what's his plans to happen on Raw. Angel Garza says that he thinks maybe the best thing to get Brooks Jensen started on Raw is just to get right into the action with a match later tonight with the Angel Garza. And Brooks Jensen, like, hell yeah, former King of the Ring winner, former WWE champion, he's well up for that one, 100. Lovely little meeting. Brooks Jensen, Angel Garza later tonight. Lovely. Let's go to the ring. A lot of tag action tonight, by the way. We've got some tag team action next up. From the Intercontinental title scene. It is the Intercontinental Champion Bobby Lashley and LA Knight taking on Dolph Ziggler and Sheamus. The Miz is at ringside. Originally, this match was going to be The Miz and LA Knight versus Ziggler and Sheamus, but The Miz got a slight injury that keeps him out till tomorrow in-game. So one day sooner and we would have got there, but we don't. He'll be fine for Mania, just not for this tag match. So Lashley takes his place. So yeah, Lashley and LA Knight versus Ziggler and Sheamus. Miz at ringside watching on. In the end, Ziggler and LA Knight are going at it in the ring. Ziggler gets the upper hand when The Miz, you know, jumps up on the apron. Obviously not happy about Ziggler interrupting Miz TV and super kicking him last week. Ziggler getting a bit distracted. You know, he goes to kick Miz off the apron with another super kick like last week, but Miz jumping down just in time. They're like, whoa, bro, calm down. And obviously they tell him, you know, just stay out of the way. When Miz grabs a cup of water, we'll say, and tosses it into Dolph Ziggler's face. Dolph Ziggler, a little bit blinded, a bit caught off guard. And that allows LA Knight to grab him from behind and hit the BFT for the 1-2-3. Yeah, Bobby Lashley, LA Knight on top for an 82. Good match. 90 LA, 77 Sheamus, 71 Bobby, 70 Dolph. Fine with that. Lashley off his game, sadly. What are you going to do? Lashley and LA Knight come out on top. Things continue to heat up in this little Intercontinental title 5-way going on, you know. We got the Razor Ramon Memorial Intercontinental title ladder match at WrestleMania. It should be good. It should be good. We've got a lot of good moving parts in here with these 5 guys already. So I'm happy with that. We're going to go backstage to a bar. The Outlaws are there, of course. They are Stan Handsome, the Hangman Adam Page, and El Bandito. And they're raising a drink. You know? Stan Hansen raising a drink to these 2 young lads. These 2 young whippersnappers. Who, this Friday night on Smackdown, are going to be competing in the Dusty Rhodes Tag Team Classic Final. To earn themselves to win that trophy and earn themselves a shot at the Tag Team Championships, you know? Cheers, we all take a drink. When in walks to the bar, Cesaro and Ricochet. And Cesaro and Ricochet saying that, you know, they just wanted to come and see, you know, the competition. You know, God knows what happens over on NXT, but what they do know is that on Friday, on SmackDown, in the Dusty Rhodes Tag Team Classic Final, they will be facing you 2. And we thought we'd come down and see what was going on, but you know what else? Being here right now, you know, Hangman El Bandito up, and you know, in their faces, Adam Page and Cesaro staring down a bit, Ricochet and El Bandito staring down a bit, and Cesaro and Ricochet saying, you know, being here now, we're thinking, why wait till Friday? Why don't we just give the fans a little preview tonight? And the Outlaws are happily obliged to that for an 84. They're on tonight, the Outlaws versus Cesaro and Ricochet tag team action. Hopefully good. Fingers crossed. We're going to go to the ring. Women's World Champion, the Kingpin, Io Sky. Boos rain out for Io, especially after her attack last week, attacking Kairi at her own dojo while she was training. Not cool, bro. But Io saying that she is the Kingpin. She is the best. She is the Women's World Champion. And people talking about disrespect. Kairi has been disrespecting her for months, for years. What Io did was just evening the odds. What Io did was just repaying what Kairi had been doing to her. What Io did is try and get it into Kairi's head, the realization of what's going to happen if she goes through with this match at WrestleMania. And that is Io Sky on top, the Kingpin on top, the Women's World Champion still. And Kairi Sane on the floor. Kairi's music hits. Io looks to the ramp, you know, ready to go. Kairi doesn't come through the ramp. Kairi comes through the crowd, into the ring. Big brawl between Kairi and Io breaks out. Security having to come down and separate these 2. It's heated up between the former tag champs for a 94. Very good, very good. It's really heated up. These 2 are ready to go. Hopefully a good match. Fingers crossed. Let's go backstage, shall we? To Kathy Kelly here. And Kathy Kelly is here with the hottest new couple in the WWE, MJF and Ava. And Kathy Kelly asking them about last week. You know, it's good to be here. Before she can even know, you know, she's saying, it's good to be here. My guest here right now is the inevitable MJF and Ava Johnson. And MJF looking up to her and saying, can I just taking the mic from Kathy? And MJF saying, I just want to correct you, Kathy. You see a lot of talk about why attack Stone Cold, why he did that to The Rock. Let me explain something. I did that to Stone Cold because I wanted to. Because I wanted to, and because I could. And then what? And then I get suspended. What do you want me to do? You want me to go home, laze around watching Netflix? Like those lazy, fat pieces of shit in the WWE universe. No. I'm MJF. I took that suspension, and I took it for what it really was, a vacation. And I went partying, and I went gambling. I went to Vegas, the home of fun. Before I did that, I went to a bar. And I met a lovely lady there who was tired of being defined by her father. Because you see, unlike people like Cody Rhodes, like Randy Orton, not everyone wants to ride on the coattails of what dear old daddy did, do they? No. So we talked and we drank. And we talked some more and we drank some more. And we laughed, and we cheersed, and we fucked. Oh, I'm sorry, Dwayne, I hope you're not watching. And we went to Vegas, and we had a great time. We won big. We partied harder. And we made a great choice, I feel, so that Ava was no longer defined by who her father was. And so, Kathy, and to everyone else, I'd like you to address my wife correctly by her name, Ava Friedman. MJF handing the mic back to Kathy Kelly. Him and Ava share a kiss and then walk off for a 100. Lovely work. Oh, God. Yeah. Ava Friedman, everybody. Ooh, MJF has a thing for goth chicks. I guess. 100. Fair enough, MJ. Fair enough. Let's go to the ring. Angel Garza, Brooks Jensen. Brooks Jensen, happy to be here. Breakout tournament star, ready to break out here on Monday Night Raw. How about that, huh? Yeah, Garza and Jensen going at it. Jensen trying to show he can do, but Garza's being rough. Garza's being stiff. Garza's being a bit underhanded, you know, raking the eyes, poking the eyes. A lot to do with the eyes. In the end, Garza does get the win with a wing clipper. 69, nice. 81 Angel Garza, 40 Brooks. Happy with that. Garza comes out on top. Gets his arm raised, but doesn't stop there. After the match, Garza continues beating down Brooks Jensen. Barrage of hits, takes him on the outside, throws him into the turnbuckle. Angel Garza having a great time, but gets him back in the ring, holds him up for the wing clipper again. You know, security, refs, road agents coming out to try and stop Angel Garza. These refs have had a busy night, I tell you. Busy night. A busy, 15, 20 minutes in terms of these segment differences. Yeah, Garza holding up Brooks Jensen. Road agents trying to come into the ring a little bit, telling him to stop. Angel Garza does let go. Holds his hands up. Smile on his face. And the road agents, helping Brooks Jensen out the ring, getting him out, the medics checking on him. Road agent goes to leave the ring, when Angel Garza steps forward and he grabs one of the road agent's collars. And who is that road agent? You might be asking yourself. Jason Jordan. And he yanks Jason Jordan back and he picks him and he punches him. Yeah, he punches him in the face, drops Jordan down. And he begins punching on Jason Jordan. The road agent's really in the ring now, you gotta stop that. After that, but Garza not stopping, and then he picks up Jason Jordan, dodgy neck and all, and he lifts him up for the wing clipper. Devious smile on his face. When finally, out comes Chad Gable. Chad Gable shouting at Angel Garza to stop, to let him go. Angel Garza telling Chad to give him what he wants. Telling Chad that he did this to his friend, to his former partner. And Chad Gable saying, fine. Fine, Angel. I'll give you what you want. I accept your challenge. Garza with that smile. Oh, God. I'm contemplating in my brain what's next. I'm thinking it over. I can't decide between... Okay, I got it. So whilst they were talking and you guys were doing that, he let Jason Jordan go a little bit, so Jason Jordan was on his feet. And after Chad Gable accepted, Angel Garza smiling, says thank you, lifts out Jason Jordan back up, foot in the wing clipper position. Chad Gable slides in the ring quick as hell after that. Goes for Garza. Before he can get Garza, though, Garza just lets go of Jordan and gets out of there for a 100. Okay, yeah. I didn't just want him to let go, but I didn't want him to hit it. So we go with that one. 100. Good. Happy with that. Garza, Gable, official for WrestleMania. As then, clear out the ring, get Jason Jordan out of there. Chad goes as well. Commercial comeback. Tag action, the Outlaws versus Cesaro and Ricochet. A banger, I think. Yeah. El Bandido and Ricochet doing their high-risk offense. Adam Page and Cesaro doing Adam Page and Cesaro stuff. This match slaps, let's all be honest. These four guys individually in a ring together now. It slaps. Yeah. And the Outlaws and Cesaro and Ricochet going at it in the end. El Bandido and Ricochet are the legal men battling it out. They go to the top rope. Top rope. Spanish Fly, both men landing on their feet. Ricochet going to hit the, El Bandido in control of the top rope. Spanish Fly, both land on their feet. Ricochet gains control. Goes to hit a standing Spanish Fly. But El Bandido, mid-flip, I have faith, turns it around. They land with El Bandido rolling up Ricochet. And he gets the 1-2-3. As the Outlaws get the win here. El Bandido pinning Ricochet with a roll-up for an 86. Slaps. What did I tell ya? We all saw it coming. 88 Ricochet, 85 Hangman, 74 El Bandido, 67 Cesaro. Happy with this. This game does not like Cesaro, I tell ya. But yeah, the Outlaws do come out on top. Will they be able to do this in the Dusty Cup final come Smackdown? When it counts, we'll have to wait and see. But they do come out on top here. 86 is really good. Really happy with that. As we're going to go, yeah. We show a little video package for the Women's Dusty Cup final that's next, highlighting the teams that are in the finals' roots here. Damage Control, Toxic Attraction, and Bliss and Stark. Their victories to get here. A little promo from each ready as they make their entrances. And then finally, Dusty Cup ringside, Indy and Shotzi, the Black Hartwell Tank Express come out as well to be at ringside. The champs are watching. They know whoever wins the Dusty Cup also gets a match with them at WrestleMania. So they're here to watch. 77, very good. And then the Women's Dusty Rhodes Tag Team Classic Final 2023. The inaugural tournament in 2022, won by Charlotte Flair and Becky Lynch, who will become the second pair of superstars to raise the Women's Dusty Rhodes Tag Team Classic trophy. Will it be Damage Control's Bayley and Dakota Kai, the newest team of the three? Will it be Toxic Attraction, Gigi and JC, who the former tag champs, who have shown such ability to work together? Will it be Alexa Bliss and Zoe Stark? Oddly enough, the longest paired team together. They're kind of an on and off pair, but they are the longest paired team together, I'm pretty sure. So, we've all got our things here. Who's going to raise the cup? In the end, all six women, all three teams going at it, giving it their all. Only one can come out on top, though. And Bliss and Kai are going at it in the ring. Bliss gains the upper hand. Doesn't see Bayley making the tag on Dakota Kai, though. Bliss gets Kai down. Goes to the top rope to hit Twisted Bliss. Bayley, the legal woman, though, into the ring. Across. Up to the top rope. Grabs Alexa Bliss. Dakota Kai rolls out the way so it doesn't hit her. And then Bayley hits Alexa with the Bayley to belly off the top rope to the floor before covering her for the 1, 2, 3. Your winners of the Women's Dusty Rhodes Tag Team Classic 2023. Damage Control. Bayley and Dakota Kai do it. 81 for the match. Happy with that. 82 Dakota. 75 Alexa. 74 Bayley. 61s for Gigi and Zoe. 57 JC. Happy with all of that. Yes, they come out on top. Damage Control are the winners. Are the Dusty Cup winners. And will fight the Black Heart World Tag Express at WrestleMania for the Women's Tag Team Championships. 81. Happy with that. And then after the match, Bayley and Dakota Kai, all laughs, all smiles at ringside, getting to raise that Dusty Rhodes Tag Team Classic. It's at the top of the ramp, isn't it? Yeah. top of the ramp, getting to raise the Dusty Cup high. You know, Drake Maverick onto the ramp to congratulate them, hand them the trophy, they're raising it. And then up the ramp as well to have a little face-off, Indy and Shotzi. And that's how this segment ends, you know. Bayley and Dakota there, evil smiles on their faces, Dusty Cup in hand, staring across at Indy and Shotzi with their women's tag title in their hand for an 82. Good. I'm excited. I'm excited about this match. I like all 4 of these. So yeah, fingers crossed this is good. Fingers crossed. As we're going to go backstage to Kathy Kelly one more time. I know we still got a bit of show left here. Interviewing Seth Rollins, the WWE champion. And Seth, you know, he's about Pete's chances. You know, last week was just a preview. He can bring his little buddies from Britain. All he wants. WrestleMania, Pete has 0 chance. It's going to be the same result as last week. Pete Dunne, all sad. And Seth Rollins, the WWE champion. 100. Good. Good. Happy with that. And finally, the contract signing. To end the show. The contract signing for the match at WrestleMania between Austin Theory and Randy Orton. The match, since, oh God, it's been building for a while, hasn't it? The friendship, you know, the mentorship they're looking up to, and then the low blow at Survivor Series. That really kicked things going. And now, yeah, contract signing. Austin Theory, Randy Orton, Drake Maverick's there in the ring. And Randy signing the contract. Just getting on with it, signing the contract, nothing to say. Austin Theory getting the mic and saying, you know, he's got his security guards there or whatever. Austin Theory saying that he can't wait. Honestly, he can't wait for WrestleMania. WrestleMania, he gets to put down the Viper once and for all. He gets to skin the Viper once and for all. He gets to prove once and for all that Randy Orton is the past and Austin Theory is the now and future of professional wrestling. He gets to put Randy Orton down for good, and then he can focus on other things. He can focus on getting back his Intercontinental title. No. Dream bigger. He can focus on making Austin Theory what he deserves to be, WWE champion. And that starts with ending Randy Orton at WrestleMania. Austin Theory signing the contract. That match official, signed and set. You know, Randy Orton standing up, looking over to Drake Maverick and asking him, is the match official? And Drake Maverick confirming, yep, match is official. It's happening at WrestleMania. And then Randy Orton saying, good. Jumps up, RKO, Austin Theory through the table. 100, of course. Randy Orton waiting for the contract to be signed, waiting for the match to be official, signed and set. No stopping it. And then RKOing Austin Theory through the table. And that's how Raw is going to close. Randy Orton just looking down at Austin Theory, who is just, you know, laying between the broken pieces of the table he went through for 100. Good ending. Really good episode of Raw. A very long episode of Raw, but there was a lot going on, moving the final pieces for a lot of things at WrestleMania. A lot of good action as well, so I don't mind it. I hope you don't mind either. A lot of long episodes heading to Mania. Post-Mania, I really want to slim the episodes down. But on the road to WrestleMania, I don't mind it as much. And yeah, I apologise if episodes are really long. I'm sorry. But yeah, I hope they're good. I hope you're enjoying yourselves. Leave a like if you are. Road to WrestleMania and all. Give it a subscribe so you don't miss any episodes, eh? But yeah, Raw is over. I enjoyed it. It's time for the A show, though. The one with the family. The one with Trick Williams. The one with Andre. Well, the one with the quest for the Golden Stool. It's all going on. You don't want to miss any of it. Ladies and gentlemen, Wednesday nights, the black and gold. It's time for NXT. And NXT gets underway with Carmelo Hayes coming out to the ring. So he's in the ring, boos from the crowd after last week's attack from Carmelo. Carmelo on the mic. And Carmelo saying that he took a minute. After Elimination Chamber, after hearing the words from, you know, his friend, Jade Cargill, he took a minute. He took a minute to think. Think about where he is. Think about where he wants to be. Think about where he's gonna be. Think about what he has to do. And he realized that she was right. That he was tired of waiting around for his opportunity, taking the slivers that were given to him, because he knows that Carmelo Hayes is him. Carmelo Hayes deserves to be on top around here. The only man who deserves to have that NXT Championship shot at WrestleMania is not Montez Ford. It is Carmelo Hayes. I am what I've always been, destined for greatness. And now I'm ready to take my destiny in my hands and the NXT Championship with it. Cue Montez Ford. Montez Ford comes down and he's not happy. Saying to Melo that he's good. He knows he's good. He's seen Carmelo Hayes in NXT competing, showing what he can do, showing what he's capable of. But at the end of the day, Montez Ford is good as well. Carmelo Hayes can say whatever he wants. He can say he's him. He can say he deserves to be NXT champion. But Montez Ford deserves to be NXT champion too. I put years into this business. Blood, sweat, and tears. I made friends and allies. I lost friends and allies. I climbed that ladder at WrestleMania and became Intercontinental Champion. I became Tag Team Champion time after time. And now, I'm ready to take my spot at the top of a brand, at the top of a division, and show them that Montez Ford can take the baton and run with it. For 100, Montez and Melo get in each other's faces. And later on tonight, these two will go head to head. Carmelo Hayes versus Montez Ford. Did someone say banger? I did. And I'm sure you did too. We're going to go maybe to commercial. We're going to come back for a match. We go to the ring. Out comes Anthony Ogogo, Olympic medalist. I can't remember. I think he won gold. Olympic gold medalist. And then Maverick Corbin. Of course, last week Maverick Corbin interrupting Impulsive with special guest Anthony Ogogo and hitting Logan Paul at the end of days. You know, clearly having enough of Logan Paul, ignoring him, his BFF. How dare he hit him at the end of days. And now going head to Anthony Ogogo, the man Logan Paul decided to have on Impulsive instead of Maverick Corbin. Can you believe it? And yeah, Anthony Ogogo and Maverick Corbin are going to go at it. You know, these two have got at it before, especially at SummerSlam when it was Ogogo and KSI versus Maverick Corbin and Logan Paul. What a sentence that is. And yeah, these two are going to just go for it against each other. Ogogo's doing well. Corbin fighting with a lot of anger in him, especially after Logan Paul stuff. In the end, Ogogo gets the advantage. He sets up for that KO punch. But a masked man jumping on the apron, distracting Ogogo, distracting the referee telling, Ogogo going to hit him, guy jumping down, the referee telling the masked guy, whoever he is, to get out of here, and Ogogo taking a step back, which allows him to get smashed in the head from behind by another masked guy. I noticed there's a lot of masked guys running around in the build-up to Mania, isn't there? But he gets a big hit, stumbling forward, holding his head, and right into an end of days from Maverick Corbin to pick up the win for a 75. Good match. 69 Ogogo, nice. 66 Corbin, decent. Happy with that. Yeah. Maverick Corbin gets the victory over Anthony Ogogo, standing tall. The two masked guys into the ring with him. Corbin, big smile on his face, as the masked guys stand either side of him, and they take off their masks. And who is it? Well, yes, boy! It's Elton Prince and Kit Wilson. Pretty deadly. What a interesting trio this is, I will say, as Corbin and Pretty Deadly stand over Ogogo for a 78. Good match, good post. Happy with that. Happy with that. Good. Let's go to Lexi Nair backstage. And Lexi Nair is interviewing WWE Nope. Nope. No? No. Commercial, come back. Out comes Legado. Cruiserweight champion Dominic, Zelina Vega, Humberto, Santos, Cruiserweight tag champs. And yeah, Legado in a bragging mood. They're happy. They're upbeat. You know, last week they got involved in the NXT Dusty final between MSK and D4G. They say a lot of questions about why we did that, and it's because we felt like it. Because we could. Because the only tag team around here in NXT is Legado. That is all. No one else. Legado. And so we took those fools out to prove a point. A point we hope they'll understand and respect. Interrupted by WWE legend Rey Mysterio out to the ring. And Rey says that he's not surprised by the Legado's actions by Zelina, Humberto, Santos, but Dominic he is still surprised by. He can't believe what Dominic has become, what they are turning Dominic into. He says himself, Dom's mother, Angie, they're so disappointed in Dominic right now and what Dominic is doing. And Dominic saying that there's no reason to be disappointed. I'm higher than I've ever been. I'm the Cruiserweight champion. I'm on top of this division with Legado by my side, building my Legado away from you. Rey saying that no, this isn't the right way to do it. This isn't the right way to build your Legado, your legacy, to win championships. You don't have to do it like this. The Mysterio family have never done it like this. But you choose to, Dom. And you're your own person. And you can do what you choose, and you do. But so am I. And right now, Dominic, I've seen enough. And I realized that maybe the only way to make you see sense, to snap you out of whatever this is you're going through right now, is to take that championship from you, myself. Cheers from the fans. You know, Dominic, grin on his face. Selena, grin on her face. Looks to Humberto and Santos, gives him the nod. Humberto and Santos go to attack Rey. Rey's Rey. He manages to hold his own, trip both of them into the ropes in the end for a double 619. He goes, looks at them, he turns, goes to run, but Dominic's there, smashes Rey in the face with the Cruiserweight Championship. Rey laid out, Dominic looking down at his father on the floor, puts his foot on top of his chest, and then raises the Cruiserweight Championship in the air to many, many, many boos, which you won't be surprised about, I'm sure. Let's go. Cinematic. To emotional scenes as a van stops. Van door opens inside the family. All the family. Don Wagner, Happy Harland, Otis the Bulldozovic, Tucker Night, Madcap Moss. Vladimir Kozlov came for the fun of it too, because I forgot about him last week. Of course, Tony's here, Chris is here, everyone's here. And Tony's saying, listen, boys, right here, right now, we avenge our boy. Right here, right now, we avenge Lil Joshi. The people who took Lil Joshi from us need to pay, and right here, right now, we make them pay. Everyone agrees with that. They head into the restaurant they've arrived at. In the restaurant, at the VIP table at the back, Jinder's there. He's got his boys, Veer, Sangha, Shanky, the Singe brothers. And Jinder notices the family. The Tony's here, and Jinder stands up and says, Tony, Welcome to my restaurant. And Tony, no time for introductions, just storming forward, everyone by his side, you know, Jinder kind of perplexed as Tony comes forward, a waiter's walking through to take food to a nearby table, gets in Tony's way, so Tony just grabs him and launches him. All chaos breaks out, massive brawl breaks out, the family charging forward. Jinder's still perplexed, but, his boys are going to defend him. Veer, Sanga, Shanky, the Singe brothers all going forward. Big fight between all of them. Jinder decides to make himself scarce, goes out the back door into the alleyway behind the restaurant. Tony chasing after him, manages to catch up to Jinder outside in the alley and stops him, tackles him to the floor. Tony not happy, on top of him, huh? Why'd you do this, huh? The war was meant to be over. You lost. Why'd you have to keep going? Why'd you have to keep coming? Why'd you have to take little Joshi from us, huh? Jinder, confused as all hell is the only way I can describe his expression. What are you talking about? I didn't do anything. We took a break after Elimination Chamber, huh? We went home. We spent time with our families. We came back. We did nothing to this little Joshi. Tony saying liar and smashing him to the ground. Liar, huh? Who else would do it, huh? Who else would do this to little Joshi? And Tony thinking for a second. Tony pausing. Tony pausing in thought for a second. Old events and old words maybe running through his mind. From the Royal Rumble. From the NXTs after the Rumble to Elimination Chamber to last week, to a few weeks ago even, to last week, to all of it. Tony slowly stands to his feet, staring down at Jinder in... Well, Tony's got a look of very big confusion on his face as well right now, I'll tell you. Tony kind of jaw drops. So he looks up slowly, and then he slowly starts to turn around. And he turns around to Chris Jericho. And Tony and and Chris share a look. They share a look for one moment, Tony's face turning to anger. But before he can act, Jericho quickly takes a step forward and a big elbow for the Judas effect right to the face. Jericho with the Judas effect here to Tony, laying him out in the alleyway. Jinder, happy to make himself scarce back into the restaurant to help his boys here. Well, no, just happy to make himself scarce, honestly, away from all of this. As Jericho looks down at Tony and then starts to smile for a second, laughs, and then Jericho walks off for a 72. Good. Nice segment. Yeah, good. Love it. I love anything with a family in it, honestly. So anything with Tony D'Angelo, I'm gonna love it. We're gonna go to the ring for some more action. The NXT North American title picture, the Andre the Giant Memorial Battle Royale picture is all heating up. GOATED Golded making their way to ringside. Duke Sterling sitting in his golden stool. Big Dubs there. Nate Preston's there. Ora Mensa's back in there as well. We're going to have some action. As Grayson Waller comes out with Brian Keith, his hired hand at ringside for him. Kofi comes out, Mustafa coming to keep an eye as well. And Grayson Waller and Kofi Kingston have a little banger, because I think Grayson Waller and Kofi could have a nice banger. I think they could have a nice match, yeah. Waller and Kingston going at it, Kingston starts to get the upper hand. And then Waller turns it around, and Grayson Waller starts to get the upper hand here. Waller shouting to Brian Keith to, get involved to do something. Brian Keith starts to step towards the ring. Mustafa Ali Yeah, flies out of nowhere, takes down Brian Keith, puts him flat. You know, Grayson Waller a bit shocked, but he's just going to get on with it. You know, runs, jumps into the ring. I'll never remember the name of his finisher, but jumps in the ring, roly-poly, jumps in the air for the stunner, but Kofi's recovered enough to turn it. And as Grayson Waller jumps up for the stunner, Kofi hits Trouble in Paradise for a 1-2-3. For a 79, really good match. 75 Kofi, 53 Grayson. Kofi Kingston and Grayson Waller have great chemistry, and it showed in their performance. Okay, don't know what I'm going to do with that, but that's nice to know, I guess. Kofi and Grayson Waller have really good matches together. That's just lovely. That's just lovely. Grayson Waller defeated here as Kofi Kingston comes out on top. You know, arm raised. Mustafa Ali ringside taking down Brian Keith. And someone's clearly had enough of all of this. And Big Dub, tired of standing out the way, storms into Mustafa Ali at ringside, lays him out, gets into the ring, goes for Kofi, lays him out as well, chucks him out lifts him up ready for a powerbomb. When Ali, recovered, flies into the ring and takes down Big Dub. Drops Kofi. Kofi gets out there. Mustafa and Big Dub start fighting it out here, getting separated a little bit. Let's save this for an actual match, boys. But, whilst security gets them apart to actually start a match, we can go backstage to Lexi Nair, interviewing the NXT Women's Champion, Bianca Belair, and actually asking Bianca about WrestleMania. Who is she going to... A lot of challenges presenting themselves, but who is she going to face at WrestleMania for the NXT Women's title? And Bianca says she's been thinking about it. She's been thinking about it for a while. WrestleMania, the grandest stage in them all, the EST, NXT's Women's Champion. Who is she going to face? Who is she going to defend this against? Who is she going to defeat? A lot of names presenting himself. Charlotte Flair, the Queen, 2-time NXT Women's Champion. Shayna Baszler also calls herself the Queen, a destroyer, 2-time NXT Women's Champion. Mandy Rose, the woman I beat for this championship, who wants it back, former NXT Women's Champion. A lot of people maybe deserve this shot, but who's going to get it? You know what? You can find out with everyone else later tonight. For 100. Bianca. Who will Bianca be facing at WrestleMania? Let's go to the ring. Big Dub versus Mustafa Ali. They are separated and ready to fight. They're separated but ready to get back together and start fighting again, but this time in a match with a ref. Yeah, Big Dub and Mustafa are going to go at it. Mustafa flying high, working hard, but Big Dub's a big guy and has enough in it to get the win here for a 64. Good match, I'm happy with that. 55 Big Dub, 51 Mustafa. Decent little match as Big Dub does get the win over Mustafa Ali here. Doing that Ali wrestling, but Big Dub gets a big dub in the end. Duke Sterling into the ring with Big Dub, bigging him up. He got the win here. Well, now comes Ilja Draganov, conducting his symphony as he comes down to the ring, and Big Dub and Ilja immediately squaring up to Big Dub, okay? Ever since Ilja eliminated Big Dub at the Rumble, he's been itching to get back at it with the big man, and Big Dub's kind of been itching to get back at it with him. Big Dub looking at him, Duke in the background trying to separate them, but Big Dub's got something in his sights, and you can't drag him away there. But they are interrupted by the power of love, everybody. It's the Supernova Lovers, Noam Dar and Aaliyah James. Noam Dar says, "Isn't this cozy? My. Well, you see, we've been over on Smackdown. I've been showing what I'm going to do, showing that I'm going to win the Andre the Giant Mauro Barrial, win that NXT North American Championship with my love, the soon-to-be $1 million champion, by my side. And we thought, why wait till Smackdown? Why not come here to NXT and show you all to your faces what's going to happen when Noam Dar steps into the Andre the Giant Memorial Battle Royale at WrestleMania. For a 65, And then we're going to have a match I think is going to do nice. I think it's going to be a little banger between Ilja Draganov and Noam Dar. Leah James at ringside. Goated returns ringside. And we're going to have a little match. It's Ilja versus Noam, 1-on-1. And in the end, it is Ilja Dragunov, the power of love, not good enough here. You know, Noam put in a good fight, and it's a very even contest. But yeah, in the end, Noam Dar goes for True Love's kick. Ilja Dragunov ducks underneath, runs against the rope, comes back with a torpedo Moscow for the win for a 75. Good match. 69 Dragunov, nice. 59 Noam Dar, good. Yeah, I'm happy with that. Ilja Dragunov does get the win. But before, you know, he stands to his feet, but before he can even get his arm raised, he's turned around by Duke Sterling, who grabs him, picks him up, and hits him with God's last gift. For standing tall over him, Duke Sterling looking down at him, telling Big Dub to get in the ring, which he does. Nate and Oro getting in as well. Big Dub handing him the title, and Duke Sterling raising that NXT North American title in the air. Clear message here to all the people in the Andre, all the people who've come forward and said they're going to win the Andre, win the NXT North American title and all of this. He's NXT North American champion for a reason, you know. He's GOATED, goaded. He's the Duke. He's the breakout star. He's all these things. And there's a reason for all of that. As Leah James also checks on Noam Dar, you know, her love. You know, get little kissies for him to heal him for a 60. Lovely. Lovely. Let's go backstage to William Regal's office. William Regal is in there with MSK and D4G, destined for greatness as Eli Cassidy and Marcus Redden. And, you know, they're curious about what's going to happen. You know, Trey Griffin's in there as well. They're curious about what's going to happen after last week in regards to the Dusty. And William Regal says that we talked to management. There's not a time for a lot of things, but we talked to management and we came to a conclusion, okay? Both of you teams have shown what you got. You got to the final. Show you're capable of either. It could have gone either way before Legado got involved. So management have agreed that both of you will compete in the Dusty Rhodes Tag Team Classic final this Friday on SmackDown for a 74. They're all happy about that, but you know, D4G a bit cocky, MSK cocky? No. Up for the challenge. That's what we'll say. Is yes, the Dusty Cup final will be a 4-way. It's going to be from Raw, the Outlaws, Hangman Adam Page and El Bandito, taking on from NXT, MSK, and from NXT, Destined for Greatness, and finally from SmackDown, Cesaro and Ricochet. I think we're going to have a nice little banger. I think it's going to be a good match. I'm excited. Who's going to bring home the Dusty Cup and earn themselves a tag title shot at WrestleMania? 72. Good. Good. Happy with that. Happy with that. Let's go to the ring. Because out comes, speaking of Dusty Cups, the women's Dusty Rhodes Tag Team Classic winners, Damage Control. Bayley and Dakota Kai coming out to the ring. With the Dusty Cup, of course. They're taking that trophy with them. And saying that, well, isn't this funny? A lot of people doubted them. You know, last time Dakota Kai was on NXT, she was NXT Women's Champion. And people just forgot about her, but now she's back with this trophy, ready to take those tag titles from your beloved Indian Shotzi. Indian Shotzi need no further introductions, make their way out to the ring. And they say, look, they're looking forward to this. Bayley, Dakota Kai, two incredible superstars. Bayley wanted, you know, an inspiration for both of them as they work their way into the business. But, you know, all that respect goes out the window of WrestleMania when they will show them exactly why the Black Hartwell Tank Express are the women's tag team champions to begin with. Squaring up a little bit, but not everyone's happy. As out comes Toxic Attraction, Gigi and JC. And they're not happy at all, okay? They didn't deserve to lose the Women's Dusty Cup final. They would have won the Women's Dusty Cup if it wasn't for Alexa and Zoe Stark. If it was a straight tag match between you two bozos and us, then Toxic Attraction would have that trophy right now. Bailey laughing about it. Toxic not happy. You know, Indy and Shotzi saying, listen, we've already beat you two, the pair of you, once already, okay? Do we have to do this again? Jude and JC not happy. They've never had their rematch, okay? They deserve that rematch. So Indy and Shotzi saying, you know what? WrestleMania isn't for a week anyway. So, if you two idiots want to go, let's go. 94, good. And let's go right now. It's the Black Hartwell Tank Express and Toxic Attraction in a tag team match. And in the end, Bailey and Dakota are watching on a ringside, of course, and watching on as the Black Hartwell Tank Express do come out on top and keep a hold of those tag titles. Shotzi pinning JC after the missile driver from the pair for a 71, decent little match. 63 GG, 58 JC, 57s for Indy and Shotzi. I'll definitely take a 71 here. As the Black Hartwell Tank Express come out on top and keep a hold of their women's tag team titles. Yes. Ready for Mania. I'm happy. Black Hartwell Tank Express vs Damage Control. Good match. Fingers crossed. Fingers crossed it'll be a nice little match. High hopes. Speaking of high hopes for a certain rescue. Because, ladies and gentlemen, it's time for the finale of the Quest for the Golden Stool, episode titled The Rescue. Oh boy. Yep. A recap. 2 weeks ago, they finally got there. They finally got the stool. But not everyone got out okay. Oro and Hank got out, but Andre Chase, Malik Blade, Sol Ruka, Kid Bandit, all trapped there. And Oro, you know, leaving anyway. Making them leave anyway. Last week, Hank not happy with that, making them leave the team behind. Duke didn't care, but he did. So, Duke, you know, Hank setting out to head back and to retrieve his team. Joined by, throw him up everybody, Chase you, John Chase, Thea Hail, Edris Enofe, Bodhi Hayward were not waiting around. Their teacher, Andre Chase, and their pupil, Malik Blade, are stuck over there, and they're going to help him too. So the rescue is on. We got Hank Walker, John Chase, Thea Hail, Edris Enofe, and Bodhi Hayward with Danger Zone Charlie running, flying the plane, heading out back to Ghana, West Africa, to help save their team. God, what a previously on section, everybody. Yep, Quest for the Golden Stool. And yeah, they arrive. They're ready. Danger Zone's staying on the plane, of course. You know, in the room, you know, you find Andre, Malik, Sol, and Kid Bandit bored out of their mind is the only way I can describe it. And they're trying to figure out a way out. Kid Bandit, especially. Andre Chase has kind of given up. Malik Blade and Sol Ruka, you know, hanging out, getting to know each other. This is a nice time. There's nothing else to do in here. Kid Bandit, the protagonists that they are, trying to find a way out of there. Andre Chase telling Kid Bandit to give up, but Kid Bandit ain't giving up like that, son. But yeah, you know, Kid Bandit thinks that they've figured it out, thinks, you know, that they've got a way out of here, you know, a certain kick combination that has to be achieved. They've set up, you know, 1, 2, skip, a hop, skip, and a jump, kick to a very specific place on the door just above the handle. Nothing happens. I'll shock you on that one. Nothing happens. Andre Chase looking over, rolling his eyes and telling Kid Bandit to just give up. Okay, it's not going to happen. There's no way out of here. You know, he storms over to Kid Bandit. We're never getting out of this door. And then Andre Chase, with his hand, just smashes against the door. As the door opens, Andre Chase perplexed. Kid Bandit even more perplexed. You know, like, whoa. Oh my god, that was so impressive. Like, damn. Andre Chase looking at his hand, you know, like that moment, like, am I Spider-Man? You know, when you have really good reflexes for like half a second, you catch that falling object, and you just have to think for a second, am I? He quickly realizes he's not, as the door fully opens, and on the other side is Hank Walker and Chase U. They've made it back, of course they have. Hank apologizes. He shouldn't have left like that, okay? He should have ignored Oro and stayed behind and tried to figure a way out. But they did. They figured a way, opened the door, Chase U coming in, seeing their classmates, you know. Bodhi, happy, you know, Bodhi and John. Yeah. Bodhi, Thea, and Edris rushing over to Malik, happy to see him. He's happy to see them. You know, Malik introducing them to Soul as well, of course. John walking into Andre. Andre, not particularly happy that John's brought his students to this. But John says, you know these students, there was no way in hell that, you know, if I didn't go, they'd have, Thea Hail would have physically ran over the entirety of the ocean on pure, you know, sugar energy alone to get here anyway. And Andre's just like, fair enough. Let's get the hell out of here. But there's commotion. Okay, everything that's going on, the bangs, the happiness, the cheers, alerted the guards. And sea of guards begin charging towards this room. You know, all of them, you know, into the room, don't know what to do, but, you know, Hank saying, let's get ready to fight. Get ready to fight, they do. Everyone's ready. The guards charging in, storming, swarming into the room. Big fight breaking out between all these different guards and fighters. And the gang, as I'll describe them, Chase U, Kid Bandit, Hank Walker, and Soul Ruka. Yes, didn't forget anyone. But the gang are getting overwhelmed. Okay, it's like an endless sea. Okay, we're on horde mode, and it is truly endless. We can't see a way out. But then Malik, you know, gets thrown back one of the fighters. He slams against the wall. He drops to the ground in front of a bench. And Malik, looking backwards for a second, overwhelmed. And he sees the familiar engraving on the wall that he remembers from last time. And Malik, you know, these are dire situations. If you know, we need Bonnie Tyler's I Need a Hero to start playing here. So he finally pulls the bench out to see the end of the words. And he finally utters that magical sentence. Malik Blade saying, I believe in Joe Hendry.
Say his name and he appears. I believe in Joe Hendry. I believe in Joe Hendry.
And if by magic, clapping begins. Plenty of clapping, you know, and it's like this enigmatic, there you go, figure is in 50 different places at once, as he suddenly, somehow, it feels like behind everyone at the perfect beats going, and then this figure, I mean, just gets to town and starts beating the ever-living hell out of a hell of a lot of these guards. The gang doing the same, buoyed on by this aid that has been found, fighting their way into it, and in the end they manage to take down the guards standing tall, you know. All surprised by this figure. Hank, Andre Chase said, who the hell are you? Big smile on his face. Hi, I'm Joe Hendry. You know, everyone's have a sea of bodies on the floor right now. Everyone's a bit beat up, but we're feeling good as they hear rapid footsteps. You know, they look out the door. Even more people coming. Even more fighters, even more guards. And they're like, what the hell do we do? And Hank's saying, we get to work. Everyone's in battle position. The guards ready to swarm in again. And that beautiful moment is where this episode of The Golden Soul ends for a 33. That was a long one. It was the finale in my defense, so I think I'm allowed to go long with the finale. But yes, so much going on. Hank and Chase U arrive to save the gang. Overwhelmed, Malik says the magic words. And a beautiful, handsome Scottish man appears to help them out. But a little cliffhanger ending for you. Adequate for Joe Hendry's gimmick. TEW knows nothing at times. 33, whatever. Don't care about the rating. Yeah, ending on a bit of a cliffhanger. Will the gang get out safe and okay? You're going to have to wait to see, I suppose. You're going to have to wait to find out. But we're going to continue on, because this is long, to the ring. For the NXT Women's contract signing. Bianca out. Last. Charlotte, Shayna, Mandy already in the ring. And everyone's curious. William Regal asking Bianca who she's going to face at WrestleMania. And Bianca says she has put a lot of thought into it. A lot of thought into all of this. And she knows exactly who she wants to fight at WrestleMania. At WrestleMania, she wants to fight the Queen, Charlotte Flair. Charlotte's smug smile on her face, as Bianca picks up the contract and shoves it towards Charlotte, and Charlotte signs it. And then Bianca snatches the contract back. And I want to fight the Queen of Spades, Shayna Baszler. Shayna's smiling. The crowd don't know what to feel right now. Bianca shoves the contract into Shayna, and Shayna signs it. And then she snatches it back, because I want to face Mandy Rose. Shoves it into her. Mandy signs it. Willie Regal saying, Bianca, you sure you want to do this? You want to fight all three of these? And Bianca says, no. No, I don't. Because, you see, I pride myself on being the EST, the quickest, the fastest, the roughest, the toughest, the best. The NXT Women's Champion. But I can't truly say that right now. Because I don't truly maybe fully believe that right now. Because if I'm going to be the EST, if I'm going to be the best, I have to prove I can beat everybody who steps up to me. So, Cassidy Rain, get your ass out here. Out comes Cassidy Rain with Trick Williams by her side. And Bianca saying, at Elimination Chamber, I might have kept this title, but I didn't beat you, so it doesn't mean a damn thing right now. And it won't mean a damn thing till I prove I can beat you. So at WrestleMania, I want to face you too. Shoving the contract into Cassidy. And Cassidy and Bianca staring down for a moment as she takes the contract and signs her name. Bianca taking the contract back and giving it to William Regal. As the five women stare down, Bianca, Charlotte, Shayna, Mandy, and Cassidy for a 97. Very good. As yes, at WrestleMania, Bianca Belair will be taking on all comers in a fatal five-way match for the NXT Women's Championship. Who will come out on top and leave with the gold? Oh, a stacked match. An absolutely stacked match. And with all the booties in this match, Tricky will be a very happy man watching this at ringside at Tricky Mania, won't he? 97, very good, very good. Yeah, we can go commercial, clear the ring, get back, main event. Carmelo Hayes, Montez Ford. These two are going to go at it, okay? Carmelo Hayes, Montez Ford has banger written all over it. These two men, the athleticism, the in-ring ability, the charisma that they just, that just reeks off their body. Unmatched, okay? Carmelo Hayes and Montez Ford, certified banger, I'll tell you that much, no matter what the rating is. And yeah, Melo and Montez just going at it, battling it out. Neither man really getting the upper hand fully at stages. You know, Melo has it, then Montez wrestles it back. It's even, it's not, it's even, it's not. Could go either way. In the end, it's Melo and Montez battling it out. Neither man fully on top. So we'll never know who may have won this match, because before any man can do anything, Swerve stomp. Swerve Scott, the NXT champion, storming out. Ashanti and Top Dollar joining in as well as the three of them all attack here. Mello and Montez getting beat down by Hit Row. 81 for the match because of the sport entertainment finish. We'll take it. 78 Montez, 82 Carlo. Happy with that. But yeah, NXT. Yeah. NXT ends with just a big brawl breaking out here. Hit Row beating down on Carmelo and Montez. But Carmelo and Montez trying to fight back into it. You know, in the end, it's just a big brawl. Security coming to rush out to stop things here. As Carmelo, Montez, and Hit Row go at it for a 99. Big ending. You know, big personalities here, all wanting to come out on top, all wanting to be the champion, prove they're the best. Who is going to do that, though, in the end? Wait and see. As NXT gets us a 90, we'll take that. The 81 main event dragged it down. What are you going to do? I'm happy. You know, big turn in the Tony story. The quest for the Golden Stool finale. NXT Women's Championship match confirmed. North American title picture continuing going on. Corbin gets up some pretty deadly allies. Yes, boy. A lot. Good show. Happy with that. Long episode. All the WrestleMania build-up episodes are long. I apologise. After Mania, I'll try and slim things down. But hey-ho, here we go. One more show to get through here. We're heading to Friday nights for the Blue Brand, everybody, because it's time for another episode of Smackdown. And Smackdown's going to get underway with the American Nightmare coming down to the ring. And Cody Rhodes, not wasting any time, and inviting out Jimmy and Jey Uso. And one by one, the brothers do come out. Jimmy first, and then, hesitantly, Jey next. And Cody says that last week we saw, finally, a bridge being formed. A bridge away from the island of terror that Roman Reigns wrongly titles relevancy. For too long, Roman Reigns has destroyed people. Destroyed families, connections. Too long, Roman Reigns has destroyed this brotherly bond that stood the test of time until he decided it shouldn't. And so right here, right now, after everything Roman Reigns did, after what happened last week, right here, right now, I ask you both to end this pain that he put you through. Cheers. And Jey still hesitant, still that kind of glazed expression in his eyes, and Jimmy takes the mic. And Jimmy says that broke his heart, last year. When Roman Reigns kicked him out. When Braun Breaker attacked him, when Solo attacked him. But the thing that broke his heart the most was his brother standing by. The man he sees as another part of himself. The man who he's been teaming with since day one, And watching. And it hurt him. It broke his heart a million more times. Trying to come back and knock some sense into Jay's head at War Games. At Armageddon. And he thought his brother was gone for good. But then he realized that that wasn't his brother anymore. This man, the Roman Reigns, had broke him down, had destroyed, didn't want Jey. And then last week, finally, he saw that glimpse of Jey again. That small light at the end of the tunnel of what his brother was, what his brother is. Jimmy saying he doesn't want to hurt anymore. He just wants his brother back, And Jey, speechless. Still, Jimmy approaches him. Just wants his brother back, And Jey looks up, tears starting to form in his eyes, and Jey says that he's sorry. You didn't want to do all that, Him and Jimmy down since day one. He never wanted to hurt him. He's sorry. He's sorry. Emotional. Him and Jimmy hug. They finally hug. They didn't hug last week. They finally hug. Big cheers from the fans. Big, Cody hyping him up for the big cheers. When out comes the tribal chief. His music hits and Roman swaggers out onto the stage. Not just Roman, of course, soloed Von Erich's Braun Breaker, Paul Heyman. Roman Reigns says, "Ain't this such a lovely sight? Who'd have thought it, on this random Friday, in March of 2023, main event Jey Uso would die. Would say, I don't want to be a main event player anymore. No. I want to go play Little League Tag Team with my brother Jimmy. Well, Jey, you made your choice. You want to stand there in the ring embracing the man who betrayed this family. You want to take up that traitor. Then okay. You want to stand side by side with the man I'm going to smash in 9 days of WrestleMania. Go right ahead." And Jey snatching the mic from Jimmy and saying, No. This is what family is, Oos. It's standing by your blood, no matter what. It's not throwing them aside because you don't think they're good enough. It's about lifting them up, dog, and help them being the best they can be. Jey, finally, having enough here. For a 94, emotions running high here. As later tonight, we're going to have a big little 6-man tag, aren't we? It's going to be Cody Rhodes and the Usos, Jimmy and Jey, back together at long last, taking on the Roman Empire's US champion Braun Breaker and the Von Erichs for a 94. Good. Really good start to the show. So we're going to go backstage to Kayla Braxton here, the star of Friday Night SmackDown, interviewing the $1 Million champion Jade Cargill. And Jade Cargill's excited. WrestleMania's coming up fast. And still, she hasn't seen anyone stand out. Anyone she should be worried about when it comes to her $1 million title. Everyone she's seen who's going to be in that WrestleMania Women's Battle Royale, she has no worries in the world that she can defeat. In walks Alexa Bliss and Zoe Stark, saying that they'll be in that WrestleMania Women's Battle Royale. No matter which of them win, they both know that they're capable of beating Jade Cargill. And Jade Cargill says, what should I be worried about here? You want me to worry about a couple losers? Because I saw Raw, and on the big occasion with the Women's Dusty Cup on the line, that's what you did. You lost. So why should it be any different at WrestleMania with that trophy up for grabs? And in walks to agree with Jade Cargill, Deonna Purrazzo and Chelsea Green. A couple losers walking in here talking it up, talking big, like they're going to do anything. And Bliss and Stark taking, sugar into that one. So later tonight, little tag match. Alexa and Zoe versus Deonna and Chelsea, 4 women who will be in that WrestleMania Women's Battle Royale. Jade Cargill, keep a close eye on that one, I'm sure. See if she has anything to worry about. It's Jade Cargill, so probably she'll say she doesn't. 81, good. Speaking of the Dusty, though, it's time for the men's Dusty Rhodes Tag Team Classic Finale. From Raw, we have the Outlaws, Hangman Adam Page and El Bandito. From NXT, we have Destined for Greatness's Eli Cassidy and Marcus Redden, and MSK's Wesley and Nash Carter. And from SmackDown, we have Cesaro and Ricochet, a fatal 4-way tag team match with a Dusty Rhodes Tag Team Cup on the line. And yeah, I'm going to go with, it's always a fatal 4-way in the ring. So, because I don't know about you, I hate fatal 4-way tag matches that are just 2 men legal. Because why would you ever tag, you'd never purposely tag to another team, because you couldn't win that way, so what's the point? So no, all 4 teams, each of them will have 1 member legal at all times. So it's a fatal 4-way tag team match, everybody. And everyone's going to go for it, okay? all 8 of these guys are very good. I mean, very athletic as well. They're just going to go for it, okay? We already know Cesaro, Ricochet, and the Outlaws can have a banger. Destined for Greatness and MSK can have a banger. I'm sure combinations of all 8 of these guys are going to have bangers. So it's fast-paced, quick action. You know, I've told them to steal the show, and I do hope they do. In the end, you know, all going at it. Cesaro, no. Yes? No? Yes? Yes, Cesaro and El Bandido, the legal men. You know, Cesaro slugging it out with El Bandido. You know, he hits an uppercut. El Bandido bounces back against the rope. High flying. Both of them going at it. When out storms Joe Gacy. Not alone, of course. The rest of Control here, mainly. Braun Strowman. Not seen since the Rumble, where he was injured, being eliminated by Cesaro. Braun Strowman ain't looking too happy, I'll tell you that much. You know, Joe Gacy giving him the smile, giving him the thumbs up. Braun Strowman storming down into the ring, immediately attacking Cesaro here. Cesaro trying to fight back, but he's tired, okay? He's had to run after El Bandido for the last few minutes. He's a tired, bald man. And yeah, in the end, Braun Strowman picking Cesaro up on his shoulders for the running power slam. El Bandido, high-flying move though, not taking any of this, you know, illegal shenanigans going on. Jumps on Braun Strowman's back and starts hitting him. Braun Strowman not too happy about that, grabbing Bandido by his mask and dragging him over his shoulder. So he has Cesaro on one shoulder, El Bandido on the other, and he hits a double running power slam on both of them. You know, Cesaro and El Bandido both down. Braun Strowman roaring as he makes his way out the stage. Joe Gacy, big smile on his face at the top as Braun Strowman comes, you know, up the ramp to him. Whilst in the ring, Cesaro and El Bandido are both down. You know, chaos. Chaos going on. Whilst the ringside, waking up to it, is Wesley. You know, starts to go up and notice something in the ring. And on the other side of the ring, so does Eli Cassidy. And both of them, very quickly, just slide into the ring immediately. You know, Wesley jumps on top of El Bandido. Eli Cassidy jumps on top of Cesaro. Both covers. A lot of men at play, so we had multiple refs out here. Immediately, 2 refs slide into the ring and they both make the counts. 1, 2, 3. 88. Jesus Christ. Banger indeed. God. 85. I'll go over everyone. 87 Ricochet. 85 Hangman. 75 El Bandido. 74 Cassidy. 71 Nash. 69 Redden. 68 Wesley. 66 Cesaro. Cesaro was the worst performer in this match. No comment. No comment, TEW. It was a banger. We'll focus on that, shall we? But yes, it's chaos here after this certified banger as... Let me just check on this. Yeah, Chad Patton raises Eli Cassidy's arm. Jessica Carr raises Wesley's arm. And the 2 referees having a little discussion. Jessica saying, you know, Wesley won. And Chad Patton saying, no, Eli Cassidy won. Marcus Redden and Nash Carr are in, none of them happy. Ricochet and Hangman getting their partners out and checking on them. They know they didn't win for sure here. For a 72, confusion is what ends the Men's Dusty Rhodes Tag Team Classic. Did MSK or Destined for Greatness come out on top? You know, get your fingers out, draw that rectangle. VAR, everybody, please. We'll have to wait and see, won't we? We won't have to wait and see when... I know what you're all thinking. When's Kayla Braxton coming back? She's here, everybody, and she's talking to Keith Lee. But later tonight, you'll be taking on the Relic, Karrion Kross, and Keith Lee is ready. You know, all this talk, he's ready to fight. And even if he has to take on the Relic and the Fiend and Scarlet the Witch all by himself and any other demons and demogorgons that Bray Wyatt and his funhouse may bring, he will do so for the good of SmackDown and for the good of the WWE. For 100, Keith Lee, the Relic, later tonight. Tag action again. Announced earlier, Bliss and Stark versus Green and Prozzo. Yeah, Jade Cargill coming down to watch a ringside. See if she has anything to worry about from any of these women in that Women's WrestleMania Battle Royale. And in the end here, it is Bliss and Stark who do get the win. Zoe Stark pinning Deonna Purrazzo with that belly-to-back GTS for a 76. Good match. 76 Alexa, 65 Deonna, 61 Zoe, 46 Chelsea. Happy with this. As yeah, Bliss and Stark do get the win. You know, get their arms raised. Jade Cargill watching on. Do I have anything to worry about here? Not sure. Deonna and Chelsea not too happy. As out walks by them, Frankie Monet, not seen since they kicked her out of their little group. And Frankie's saying that now the losers are dealt with here. Let's talk about someone who's really going to win the WrestleMania Women's Battle Royale and the $1 million title. Frankie Monet. You know, Monet is money. $1 million is a lot of money. So it just makes sense, doesn't it? But, I mean, do we have to worry about any of these women? Because, ladies and gentlemen, make your hearts, the power of love is here. Out comes the supernova lovers, Ilja James and Noam Dar. Ilja James saying that at WrestleMania, through the power of their supernova love, Ilja James will shine the brightest and win the WrestleMania Women's Battle Royale and win the $1 million title. Because through love, especially the love as strong as her and Noam possess, you can do anything. 74. Isn't that beautiful? What a beautiful message. 74. We're going to have Frankie Monet versus Ilja James here. Both going to show what they can do. Jade Cargill's here anyway. She'll watch on. And watch on as Ilja James does get the win with a supernova suplex for a 41. Ilja James getting a better gimmick. That's good. 48 Elias, 47 Frankie. Happy with that. Ilja James comes out on top. Go to commercial. I'm going to come back and the trumpets are going to blare because what day is it today? Out comes Rusev. Rusev accompanied by Aiden English, Jagger Reed, Rip Fowler, and Lana. Down to the ring. You know, chants of welcome back. Everyone's happy to see him. And Aiden English getting on the mic. Ladies and gentlemen, a lot of questions have been asked since last week surrounding the return of Rusev. Everyone wanted to know why Rusev had returned at last, why Rusev had attacked John Cena, what has brought us all together, and so today, allow me to explain. You see, 8, there you go, had to do the maths. 8 years ago, the worst moment of Rusev's life happened. When he was at the top of the mountaintop at WrestleMania, the United States champion, he was dragged down, as so many before and after him were, by John Cena. So now, Rusev was hurt. And downhill everything went and continued to go. Rusev did not see the way forward. Rusev lost his job. Rusev lost his wife. Rusev lost his purpose. And so finally, Rusev climbed to the top, to the mountaintop again. And he looked to the heavens of the cloudy sky, and he shouted, God, why did you forsake me? Why did you take everything from me? When will the sun shine on Rusev Day again? And as the heavens opened and the sun began to shine down, God responded, and he told Rusev that in the light he may be redeemed. In the light, his failures of yesteryear can be rewritten. In the light, the sun can shine on Rusev Day again. But only by going back. Going back to his greatest failure. Going back to the moment everything went wrong and rewriting it. God told Rusev that he will be the redeemed. Once he redeems himself and beats John Cena. And so Rusev trained and prepared to come back, and Rusev came to me, and he came to Lana, and told us the sun will shine on Rusev Day again. And I told Rusev I knew two men who were ready for the sun to shine on as well, and Jagger and Rip came to our cause, and now finally at WrestleMania, if he is not too scared, then Rusev will defeat John Cena. Rusev will redeem his failure, and the sun will shine on Rusev Day again when he becomes truly once and for all the redeemed. 100. Beautiful work, Aiden. It's lovely to have you here, yes. Rusev is back, and Rusev has his eyes set on one man, John Cena. Through only defeating that one man on the greatest stage of them all, WrestleMania, can Rusev find his redemption and become the redeemed once and for all. 100. Good work. Round of applause, everybody. Good job. Good job. Yeah. Go to commercial. Let's come back for the entrances of Rhea Ripley and Ronda Rousey. These two badasses are ready to fight here on Smackdown for a 100-day enter in this contenders battle. Both of them won that Universal title shot against Portela Muerte at WrestleMania. Only one of them is going to get it. Who's it going to be? Rhea and Ronda battle it out. It's hard-hitting, okay? Both these ladies want that women's title shot, and both of them will go to war for it, won't they? Yeah, they just beat the hell out of each other, honestly. You know, the scales keep changing. Rhea on top, Ronda on top. It's a dead heat. In the end, oh God. Ronda started, if you can hear a motorbike, I'm so sorry. Motorbike, little kids drive by my house all the time. I just want to go out there and, oh God, I'm getting heated. Rhea and Ronda are fighting. That was a tangent on the road to WrestleMania. Don't drive a motorbike on the road to WrestleMania, I'll kill you. God. Rhea and Ronda fighting. Ronda starts to get on top. Yeah. Ronda starts to get on top, starts laying out Rhea with some strikes, you know, gets her in the corner, gets some punches in. And yeah, Ronda Rousey on top, you know, she, you know, both standing, grabs Rhea's arm, goes to jump into the armbar, but Rhea shoves her off. And Rhea, yeah, and Ronda goes into the ref, knocking the ref backwards a little bit. Rhea's still dazed. Ronda gets back to her feet, right by the ropes, where Ronda is kicked in the head by Liv Morgan. Liv Morgan, of course, not seen since Ronda took her out. God, 4-5 weeks ago? Yeah, in-game, IRL, God knows, I apologise, Jesus. And yeah, Ronda stumbles forward into Rhea, picks her up, Riptide, 1, 2, 3. Your winner. And the woman who will be facing Portela Muerte at WrestleMania is Rhea Ripley. 96, banger. 93 Ronda, 83 Rhea. Expect nothing less. It is a banger, yes. And yeah, Rhea Ripley's going to WrestleMania. As Ronda's angry, Liv's taunting at the top of the rope, doing that little Liv Morgan, you know, big smile, that little wave. Love her. Rhea Ripley arm raised in the ring. Lights out. Lights on. Portela Muerte is here. Women's Universal title in hand. And yeah, her and Rhea Ripley stare down. These two ready for this battle at WrestleMania. This war at WrestleMania for that Women's Universal title. Fingers crossed it'll be good. 100. Good. Good. Nice. Then we got another match next. It's Keith Lee versus the Relic, Karrion Kross. Bray Wyatt, sweater wearing Bray Wyatt, makes his way to ringside to watch. Big smile on his face. Keith Lee versus the Relic. It's a battle. The Relic is a very aggressive little beast, isn't he? But Keith Lee is up for the fight here, even all on his lonesome. Gets distracted by Bray Wyatt at times. That smiley, happily persona, a bit distracting. But yeah, in the end, the Relic getting Keith Lee down on his knee in the middle of the ring. The Relic goes to the corner. You know, he's he's gassed up. He's feeling aggressive. Oh god, I don't know how SmackDown got so chaotic here in the recording. Starts banging his elbow, ready to hit that elbow to the back of the head. The Relic charges forward, goes to hit Keith Lee as he gets up, but Keith Lee turns around in time, throws the Relic into the air, plants him with the power bomb. Oh, Keith Lee's been gone too long. I can't remember the name. My brain's gone. Oh, God. Spirit Bomb. Oh, I'm so angry I forgot that for a minute. I apologise. With the Spirit Bomb for the 1-2-3. 90. Very good match, of course. 92 Keith Lee. 89 Relic. Happy with that. Very happy with that. Keith Lee on top here. Arm raised. After the match, though, we got to fix these lights. As the light, Keith Lee staring at Bray Wyatt outside the ring. Bray Wyatt, big smile on his face, holds up his hand, royal wave, not royal wave, just that straight hand. Only the fingers coming down for the clap, wave. Lights out, lights on. Bray Wyatt's gone. Keith Lee turns around, the Fiend in the ring, and Keith and the Fiend start getting into it, start brawling it out. The Fiend getting on top, though. Keith Lee just had this match with the Relic. He's tired. He's hurt. The Relic gets on top, holds Keith Lee down, ready for the Sister Abigail.
They wanna talk, well, what they talking about? I see them running their mouth, but they...
And the music hits, and out walks Thaddeus Bullard. Big bad Thad walks onto the top of the stage. The Fiend stops, stares up at the top of the stage at Thaddeus Bullard. Thaddeus Bullard and the Fiend, just kind of staring down from all the way there. The Fiend dropping Keith Lee, turning his attention fully to Thaddeus Bullard. Thaddeus Bullard, his leg, taped, bandaged up. He's still hurt from Elimination Chamber. He's not going to let that get in his way. He runs. He's got a little bit of a limp, you can tell, but he runs as much as he can down the ramp into the ring, and him and the Fiend start getting into it. His leg might hurt, but his fists are ready and for God here as he gets into it with the Fiend. The two men battling it out. In the end, Keith Lee gets back on his feet enough, and the two men, just like they did at the Rumble, manage to send the Fiend flying over the rope. The Fiend at ringside, the Relic at ringside, Scarlet the Witch at ringside. Crowd cheering, they're all hyped up. Thaddeus Bullard asks for a mic, Samantha happy to give it to him. And Thaddeus saying that he might be hurt, but he ain't gonna let that stop him. He's never let that stop him. He can't let that stop him. And so at WrestleMania, Fiend, Relic, your reign ends. Big cheers, 100. Thaddeus Bullard ain't gonna let that little hurt leg get in his way, is he? Saying that, no matter what, he'll be there. WrestleMania, Smackdown tag titles, The Fiend and the Relic, against the two men who fought for the Universal title this time last year at WrestleMania. Now joining forces, Keith Lee and Thaddeus Bullard. 100. Amazing. Can't wait. Really can't wait. Let's go to commercial. We come back and Edge is in the ring. Edge comes out. Yeah. You think you know me, Edge comes out. Of course. We're not just cutting Edge's entrance, for God's sake. Fans going, welcome back. And Edge says they're too kind. They're way too kind, okay? He doesn't deserve this. First thing he wants to do is come out here and apologize to explain himself. Okay. He says in 2011, when he had to retire, when he had to vacate the World Heavyweight title, it hit him hard. Hit him as hard as anything has ever hit him. He worked so hard to be a world champion that every time he held that world title, it was the most important thing in the world to him. And losing it like that hurt him. It broke him. So finally being able to come back, setting his sights on winning a world title again, when he finally got it, he didn't want it to end like that again. He didn't want it to end ever. So when it finally did at SummerSlam 2 years ago in 2021, I wasn't thinking. I was just acting. I can't explain it to you. It was like I went on autopilot. It's like old Edge went on autopilot when I did that to Angel Garza. And everything after that feels like a blur in the background, honestly. The Hell in a Cell, I can hardly remember it. God. And then Judgment Day, when I thought maybe I could move on. No, when I thought maybe I'm not who I used to be. When I thought if I surround myself with these young superstars, they could carry me back to that world title. And it's on me. I created a monster that's destroying everything around here and hurting people who don't deserve it. Most importantly, hurt people I care about. Like you, Christian. And so I know nothing I can do can make up for what I did and for what I created and what happened and I did to you at SummerSlam and what Judgment Day continue to do to you now, but I'm sorry. Out comes Christian. Christian out. Takes the mic. Christian just says, Edge, you're an idiot. You're my brother. And I love you. Edge smiles. Christian smiles. They hug. Lovely moment. A lot of hugging tonight. A lot of brotherly reunions. It's a lovely thing, isn't it? Out comes the Judgment Day. They're not such big fans of brotherly reunions, sadly. I know. What a bunch of dickheads. Yeah. And Judgment Day out. Not too happy. You know, they thought Edge got the message when they put his old ass on the scrap heap. He should have stayed away. But Edge says that he was never one for just taking no for an answer, for just staying away. Even when he was medically told he'll never wrestle again, he worked damn hard to make sure he could get back in this ring because no matter what anyone says, he can't stay away. But Edge says that another thing he's learned from wrestling is, and life, and something he wants to teach his daughters is that when you create a problem, you solve it. And so at WrestleMania, I don't know about you, Christian, but I think we got a problem to solve here. Crowd cheering. Ciampa taking the mic and saying that if Edge and Christian want the world on the grandest stage of them all to see them put down for good, then the Judgment Day will happily do it. 88, very good. Yeah. WrestleMania. Another big match there. WrestleMania. Edge and Christian, the legendary tag team, back together once again, will take on Aleister Black and Tommaso Ciampa of the Judgment Day. A fun fact, once again, it's two people who were fighting last year at WrestleMania. This time last year, Aleister Black and Ciampa were fighting for the hardcore title. I'm 99% sure, yeah. And now they're teaming up. It's happening more than you think, everybody. People just make up. Oh, you love to see it, okay? It's nice that an emo and a psychopath can be friends like that. Lovely. Big match there. Big match there. Main event. God, these episodes are long. I apologize again. Main event. Smackdown. Cody and the Usos versus the Roman Empire. Braun and the Von Erichs. You'd apologise for forgetting. It was like half an hour ago I announced that. Yeah. Cody and the Usos. I mean, the Usos are back together. They're feeling it. You know, the synergy it's natural. It's in their bloods. Okay, there's no even real ring rust in this tag team pairing because they like their. It's like the old way they had their face paint. They're each half of a whole. You know. In the end, though, Bron Breaker's a lot, isn't he? So yeah, battling it through. Cody and him going at it. Him and the Usos going at it. Him taking a lot of pleasure out of beating up Jey Uso. I'll tell you that much. And yeah. In the end, Bron Breakker starts to get on top. You know, he could pin Jey Uso. He gets the symbolic pin, 1-2, and then he lifts Jey's shoulder up. He says no. Roman, smile on his face at ringside, enjoying this beatdown. You know, Bron Breakker lifting up Jey, holding him up in the air. You know, in that. God, I never bench press. Yeah, ready for the bench press. I'm bench pressing him into the air, ready to hit him with a power. When the music hits, and out comes a certain beast. Brock Lesnar, cowboy hat, flannel wearing Brock Lesnar marches onto the stage and down to the ring. Braun dropping Jey, and you know, out of the ring, charging up the ramp. Him and Brock Lesnar getting into it. Braun's been waiting since Elimination Chamber to get his hands on Brock, and the two big dogs battling it out. You know, punching it up. You know, Bron Breakker goes for a big spear on Brock Lesnar, but Brock Lesnar manages to scoop him up and hits him with an F5 at the top of the ramp. Roman in shock. But hey, Brock Lesnar, whilst I'm here, walks down to the ring. You know, all y'all pissed me off, especially you, Roman. Roman not too happy with that, but, you know, not wanting to get into beef with Brock Lesnar right now. Fair enough, he's got enough to worry about. Brock into the ring, the Von Erichs. No, Brock around the ring, starts to stare down with Roman Reigns. The Von Erichs go to attack Brock from behind. And then he Randy singes them, is the way I'll describe it, taking out both the Von Erichs, tosses one of them in the ring whilst we're there. And yeah, Jey. Okay, a lot going on here. God. Yeah, Jey top rope, splash onto, says Bron Breakker. I forgot to set the loser on, I guess. One of the Von Erichs, you can pick one. I'll say Ross, because Friends popped into my head just now, so there you go. Yeah, and gets the win. 76 for the match, which is okay. Ross broke his cheekbone. Brock Lesnar really hurt that guy. God, sorry, Ross. 88 Cody, 78 Jey, 77 Jimmy, 74 Braun, 45 for both the Von Erichs, which is pretty good. And yeah, Brock Lesnar coming out, making himself known here, and helping Cody and the good guys get the win. And SmackDown is going to end, I know Triple H is awful, with the lovely sight in the ring, Cody, flannel wearing Brock and the Usos together. And on the outside, Jey, Braun, Solo, the Von Erichs, Ross getting checked by a doctor, and Paul. You know, Paul Heyman, a lot of worry on his face. He's worked with Brock Lesnar a lot, remember. Roman, not happy at all about all of these guys in the ring. Braun at the top of the ramp, getting to his feet. Very, very not happy about getting his, putting his arse like that for a 99. The Roman Empire, none of them happy at all, but Cowboy Brock's having the time of his life in there with the Usos and Cody, aren't we all? 99, good end to the show. SmackDown overall gets us an 88. Happy with that. Good show. A lot of good stuff. Usos back together. God. Dusty Cup situation I need to sort out. Big Bad Fad's back. Edge and Christian are back. Brock's here. Rusev Day. What more could you want, everybody? I mean, not the sun will shine on Rusev Day again. Not there yet, but what more could you want? What more could you want? As that's going to be it for today. Next episode will be the go-home show heading into WrestleMania. I can't believe WrestleMania is probably getting uploaded in June. I'm really going to have to catch this series up at some point, aren't I? that's another day is Matthew's problem. That's it for today. I really hope you have enjoyed. Thank you for all your support and for bearing with me whilst I catch up. That sickness I had in February has really put everything out of sync on this channel, but we'll get there, I promise. Thank you for watching. Thank you for sticking around. Thank you for everything. Leave a like if you have enjoyed. I hope you have. And subscribe for more. Leave a comment if you want. We're nearly at WrestleMania. What are you excited about? Let me know. And yeah, as always, just want to say a very, very, very special thank you for watching.